We are live, live, live. Oh boy, here we go. Jason. So those of you that are here now that are jumping into the stream, this is, I guess, just getting things set up right now. For those of you that are just joining us at the moment. Is this group chat thing working? Let's see. Let me see what is going on. Let's hope there's not too much lag, hopefully. All right. Travis Ellison, what's up? How you doing? Nick Lawrence look like he's starting to fall asleep. Sorry, Nick, if it's in the wrong part of the world. Trying to get Jason on here. Don't know when he's going to jump in. Wolf Lover Girl 24 says hi. Hello. Everything's going all right. Servando. Hey, Servando. Whoa, Jason. Are you there? I can't hear you. So, am I doing something wrong? Can you hear me? Jason disappeared. Sorry, folks, those of you just jumping in right now, and those of you watching this live stream after, just trying to get things going here and getting it set up. Thanks for everyone that's joining in right now. Jason, I can't hear you. Am I not? Group chat.
There we go.
Hello, hello?
Wow,
okay, now I can hear you.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
That's great.
Didn't know you started the live too.
Well, I might as well just get it going already.
Cool.
They're saying there's lag right now. Hopefully my internet doesn't give out on me. A little worried. I think Verizon's starting to throttle my little Wi-Fi device.
Uh-oh. Is there a data cap on that?
I'm already at 140 gigs.
Wow.
On that little thing.
Jeez,
and I back up photos that way. And my internet at home is slow.
Gosh.
Upload speeds are terrible. So,
but the right here, Wolf Girl says she loves you.
I think I'm being trolled. I don't know who that is. Nick Lawrence, it's already midnight for him. Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Us West Coast people got to come on at this time.
Maybe we can do this a little bit earlier. Maybe you can do 8:30 or something like that. I don't know, but that's still pretty late.
Definitely. I guess we can experiment with time. Oh, where is
and then let's see. I guess I'm gonna try that thing you did. Do some live video through Instagram and see how that goes. Got that from Jason.
Oh yeah, you're gonna run that too?
We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be kind of awkward. I know there's gonna be like a delay. I'm sure you had like a delay, didn't you, with that?
The Instagram one was kind of running close to real time versus YouTube. It had a slight delay.
Yeah. I wish YouTube would just work a little faster there. Let's see the comments right now. Kenneth De La Rosa says, "Where's Brandon? Where's Brandon Lee?" I don't know.
He doesn't want to come on.
If you know Brandon Lee and you want to ask him to jump onto the show, feel free to invite him. I don't know him personally, so can't really say much on that. Chronos K says, thanks to you, I got my A6000 yesterday. Wait, what? So you got, thanks to you, I got my A6000 yesterday, and also got an Alpha 6300 new with the great. So you got 2 A6000 cameras. That's pretty cool. Captain Ante, I think I might know who you are. We're laughing there. Nick Lawrence, cool, but I was disappointed with the video recording time. We're talking about the A6000. Let's see here. Again, folks, we're still on kind of like the pre-show right now as we get started. Just getting going right now. Let's see. Nick K says, would you recommend gambling to save up for a camera? Do you mean hit the casinos? Is that what you mean by that? All right. How are we doing so far? I'm going to go ahead and start up Instagram Live and see how that goes. It'll be terrible. We'll find out how that goes right now. It might mess up my connection and everything.
I don't know if the people can hear me on Instagram.
Oh, that's true. That's going to be really awkward. Now that I think about it. That is weird.
They can try to set it up. 2 phones, 1 phone watching you, 1 phone watching me, and it looked like they're getting
if
that.
I angle it,
Yeah.
like I angle it a certain way, then they can see. But oh well, I'll just tell them to go to YouTube if they can, if they care. It's weird because I have like a different audience with like Instagram, and then different audience with YouTube. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Thing going on.
I think the reach for me, YouTube is much better than anything else.
On Instagram, Noelani says, what's weird? I don't know, Noelani. I'm not sure what's weird right now. I'm doing a live stream right now on YouTube for those of you on Instagram Live, for those of you that care about cameras or anything like that and want to follow along, just follow on that one camera guy. Hey, Lydell, aka Dorian, what's up, man? Thanks for the shout out there. Let's see. All right, we got a question from GFF Matt. Jason, he's saying, do you ever use the Rokinon 12 millimeters on the Alpha 6500? Do you have that?
No,
that lens?
The closest I've been to was Rokinon 16 mil for adapting Canon EF to Sony E-mount. But that's funny because I saw on Facebook today and someone was making a comment saying, does everybody who owns a 6300 or 6500 own the 12 millimeter lens or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's a pretty common lens to get.
You know, I've only ever used the Rokinon 8 millimeter fisheye, and that was with my Canon camera. So GFF Matt, sorry, I don't have really a good answer for you there. Emmanuel Jameson, what are you using to do YouTube Live? Because my church wants to do it, and I am looking into it. Emmanuel Jameson, what I'm doing is I'm using a computer with an internet connection, and I'm using YouTube. I'm just setting up a scheduled event through YouTube Live and just setting it up. That's what I got. And my camera, I connected using a capture card to connect my DSLR to record.
You know, the quality on YouTube seems clearer than what I'm seeing on Google Hangouts. I have no idea why. By the way, I set up my webcam for this, and I can't control the exposure. So like it's exposed correctly right now. I set it up in a way where I would expose for my Sony, but this Logitech is just like underexposing the crap out of me.
Again, those of you that are Instagram right now, hi Lupita, hi Rich Blanco, Ruvive, hey, what's going on right here? Yeah, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube right now, so There's going to be definitely a delay. And I think my camera just died, Jason.
Oh, no. Well, technical difficulty.
And let me switch the battery out. But you can still hear me, right? I guess.
Yeah. Yep. I can still hear you.
You're in charge of the show now, Jason.
All right. I'll keep people entertained while you fix your camera problem. Cool. Steve is on.
We are back.
Okay. Well, my leading the show was pretty short-lived.
Let's see. Krantz K says, I use my brand new camera on an esports event.
Ooh.
Esports. What kind of games though? What kind of stuff's going on with that?
Is that at UC Irvine where they have the new esports club promoting that?
I heard about that.
Warcraft, Overwatch, Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know.
You know what's really crazy is that people, I don't know if people know this, but you know when I first started YouTube, I really wanted to be a shoutcaster for Starcraft.
Oh wow.
That's what I wanted to do, shoutcasting, because I was really getting into Starcraft, but I was kind of late to the game because I was getting into Starcraft, but it was the newer generation, right? Not the old school one. I played a little bit of that, but I was like, yeah, I'm going to do shoutcasting and all that stuff. And I tried it, and my computer sucked at the time. And I said, no, what? It's not for me. I almost did that. Did that.
You certainly have the voice for voice casting.
Almost did that. Let's see. Steve, it's 6 a.m. in Madrid.
Yeah. Steve, you made it.
Man, Steve is everywhere. Steve. What's up, Zeke, on Instagram Live? How you doing, man? Krantz K says SmashBros. Nice. I actually back in college I would help with setting up Smash Brothers tournaments.
Nice.
But that was fun. I thought I was good with the game until those actual people that were really good decided to join the tournament. I was terrible, but I was a Toon Link person, I guess.
Oh, me too.
That was my character. All right, Jason, are we ready to start this show?
Yeah. Well, Steve said he's loving my top, so I just wanna be like, hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if you can see that. Ugh.
Where did you get that jacket?
Oh, dude, my friend, who I guess he works with Sony, and he was throwing a lot of those Sammy's events. So he was just like, "Yeah, you want a free jacket?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want a free jacket. Why not?"
Free advertising, right? That's awesome.
It's cool. I love this jacket, man.
So, gonna be a Sony ambassador soon, right?
Oh, I don't know. Knock on wood. Where's my hat? Is the hat over there? Oh no, the hat. Oh, the hat's somewhere far away.
You got a Sony hat as well?
Okay, hold on.
Get the Sony hat. Hi everybody that's on the live stream. Thank you for joining us. It is alright 9 o'clock already. And we are getting ready to start the show. Those of you that are on the live stream, if you want to help support what we are doing right now, feel free to give the video a like and share it so that more people can join our live stream, and definitely appreciate that. Rodriguez 87 used to be a librarian at Palm Avenue. Yes. Anwar, what's good, man? How's it going? So I'm talking to the live stream. Okay, let's jump back to Jason here. We've got Jason. Is that a Sony hat? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is a Sony cap too.
Zoom Chris, what's up, man?
Just rocking all the Sony gears right now.
Man, they're gonna call you such a Sony fanboy now.
All right, let's just take this off.
Oh man.
I'll keep the jacket on.
I keep the jacket on.
I'll keep the jacket on.
Looks good, man. Is it good material? Is it weatherproof?
You know what? I don't know. I feel like this is something that dads would wear. Cool golf dads would wear. So yeah, no, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I dig it. I think it's supposed to be for the upcoming Sony Cuba trip, and anybody who participates in that Cuba trip gets this jacket, an A6500, and gets to work with Sony artisans to shoot Cuba stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the news.
Cool.
Jason, and those of you on the live stream, while you're on the live stream, and if you'd like to, feel free to drop some questions in, and we're going to be answering those intermittently while we go over some of the news things. Myself and Jason Vong, we put together a little bit of a show notes list of things that, well, a lot of it, things that I was interested in and some things that Jason's interested in, and we're going to go ahead and jump into that right now. The first thing we're going to take a look at is this article from, I believe, Sony Alpha Rumors, where it said, Sigma CEO confirms that they will launch a full-frame E-mount lens camera. So let's go ahead and let's see if I can maneuver this and show the screen somehow. Screen share. That's not the screen I want to share. Okay. There we go. Screen share. Okay, hopefully that's pulling up. So Sigma CEO confirmed that they will launch a full-frame E-mount lens. The thing about it is that they say it's going to take about 2 to 3 years development process for that stuff to start happening. Jason, what are your thoughts on this happening?
I mean, it makes a lot of sense that it takes a lot of time. I'm just hoping that they've kind of already started. Maybe it's already been a year, at least a year and a half in, so that we don't have to wait too long for like awesome Sony E-mount glass. I mean, sorry, Sigma E-mount glass.
Yeah, you know what? My thoughts are, I think Sigma really needs to go ahead and do this. You know, I really like the Sigma MC11 adapter route, what they're doing, because it really helps bridge that divide between Canon users and Sony users that want to bridge that divide and jump into the mix. But for me personally, like I've already said before, and I've said this many times, is that the performance between a native lens versus an adapted lens is for stills. The MC11 adapter works great for my experience, but when it comes to anything moving with continuous autofocus, it's just not the same, Jason.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that? Oh, do you have coffee there? I don't know what you got. What you got? Tea? I got coffee here.
I just got some tea. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna jump into that a little bit later, but as I agree, it's just way better to use like a native class versus adapting something for video at least. But for photos, I mean, yeah, go with the MC11 adapter. It works pretty darn well.
Yeah, honestly, you said you had the chance to use that Sigma 30.
Yeah.
Right? That native lens, and you felt it was actually really good. It was the performance was pretty adequate, right?
We're talking about for the APS-C one, right?
APS-C, yeah.
Yeah, the native Sony E-mount. I mean, they work extremely well. For the most part, I think it was the 19, the 30, and the 60. They work really well. But there's one where it was like a 30 millimeter 1.4, but that one, for some reason, had the motor noise, the focusing noise whenever you autofocus in video. So that's the one that I would say to avoid. But the other ones that I actually tested, where I put the camera to my ear, I didn't hear anything. But yeah, the 30 mil 1.4 would be the one to avoid if you're doing videos.
Okay. Yeah, I like I said, I think Sigma just price per performance. I think they're excellent. I think the issue right now is just you're just not getting that really native performance that you get out of the native Sony lenses. So I think that's really great what's going on right now.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We're going to jump to a different story. I think this is from Canon Rumors. Let me go ahead and pull this one up really quick. This one is Canon executives say there's a possibility for a professional, if I can somehow maneuver this, mirrorless camera. Bring that up. So here we go. And you know, they interviewed a Canon exec, and the one thing that really stood out to me in this actual interview was that They asked, do you think there could be a professional level EOS M model sometime in the future? And the answer was, obviously, we think it could be possible. There is a potential, but we do not want to put a time frame on that. All right. Jason, I know you don't really have Canon equipment, but what would you think would happen if you had a Canon, maybe a Canon 6D mirrorless camera?
That's a difficult question to answer. I mean, that'd be pretty darn awesome to have, you know, a 6D light for a mirrorless camera. Because personally, I really do like the 6D. If that was something, if I hadn't transitioned to Sony, and if that 6K did everything that, I mean, the 6K, I'm sorry, 6K, 6D. It was a great camera. I think it focused extremely well in like low light. So the image quality comes out as great. I actually shot a wedding with it. I slapped on a 50mm as a backup camera for the 6D, and it did an amazing job. So the only thing that prevented me from going, you know, sticking with Canon was because they didn't include the 4K in their DSLR lineup. So if they could do what Sony's doing with their mirrorless camera and have something like that with the 4K videos and great stills capabilities, then that would be very interesting to see. And, you know, being able to use... Yeah, go ahead.
You know, what I'm thinking is Canon definitely needs to do that. The EOS M is the EOS M6? I don't even remember the name. Jason,
it's the M6,
the EOS M.
It's the M6.
The M6, right? Did you ever get a chance to actually play with that camera?
I did. I liked it. I just felt kind of weird with that screen flipping down instead of flipping up.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I tested out the autofocus and it worked extremely well. I think in video mode it worked pretty darn well too. So I was really happy with the performance of it. The touchscreen, it works way better than 6500.
Wait, so you said it worked better than the 6500, or sorry?
The touch screen, just based on the touch screen. Yeah, it's much more responsive.
So it was very intuitive, just like the Canon 80D or something like, or like a regular. It was very intuitive.
Yeah, it was very intuitive.
Got it. My thoughts on this whole mirrorless thing with the DSLRs, I really think Canon could benefit from it. If there was a way that Canon could utilize their same lenses and have nearly 99% performance from their EF lenses with a mirrorless Canon body, they're definitely going to be able to crush it. But I don't really know how far behind they are in technology, but we can already see that with the EOS M6. I keep forgetting names. The EOS M6. That there is a potential for it, and I think for me, even if they incorporated an EVF on the 5D, that there's a 5D mirrorless, and incorporated the EVF or something like that, I think that'd just be a game changer, in my opinion, because just having an EVF just makes such a big difference.
Oh yes.
So,
well, Canon, you have the 5D Mark IV, and when you hit the you press the button, it goes to the LCD screen. I mean, like that. Whenever you change the aperture and the shutter, it also reflects on that screen, right?
Yeah, if you have the camera set up, it's all, you can see exactly what's going on the actual screen itself.
So with the 5D Mark IV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you? I mean, like how is that different from an EVF? You would say. I mean, like wouldn't it be exactly doing what it's doing?
I think for me personally, it's just that with the EVF, if my 5D Mark IV, if I could shoot video keeping my eye up to the actual top of the camera,
okay.
I would absolutely love my 5D Mark IV even more than I already do now. It's just that it's lacking that EVF. So that's the reason why I like the Sony system so much more, is that it has that ability, and I can just, record video and then quickly record video and then see what I'm recording. So with Canon, I would need a loop. I would actually need those LCD loops to attach. And it's just an added tool that I would need to bring with me. So,
gotcha.
That's it for me personally. All right, next on our list,
we got a question really quick.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So Nick K is asking, any rumors on a new Sony APS-C size camera coming out? Not that I know of. I don't think any announcements was made for that.
Yeah, I mean, even right now with the possibility of an APS-C, I think we just got to 6500.
Yeah, so
Um, yeah, we didn't get it that long ago. So, I mean, if you want a really good APS-C camera, I think the 6500 is pretty good. I would still wait, hopefully, for a little price drop, but if you're not in a rush, I would wait a little bit longer, but I think it's not a bad camera.
cool.
Your thoughts, Jason?
6500. I mean, well, he responded with battery life sucks. I mean, yeah, battery life does suck, but what do you expect from like a tiny little battery? It ain't too bad.
I mean, I think we're gonna get to the topic of batteries soon.
Okay, cool.
I've got an article on that, so we will address that one a little bit more, Nick, and kind of talk about how myself and even Jason kind of deal with that. So we will tackle that. Let's do another question. Can you read the next one out, Jason? From Travis?
Sure. From Travis, how would you compare the 5D to the 5D? Sorry, 6D to the 5D Mark III? I'm just like flubbing up on the Canon stuff.
We see his bias. We see his bias.
No, of course not. Of course not. I love all cameras.
All right. So Travis, how would I compare, I guess, my 6D to the 5D Mark III? Let's just say 6D to 5D Mark III. The 6D, I would pick up the 6D really for stills more and just general event photography. I think the 6D does pretty good. The 5D Mark III, I think, is kind of a Swiss Army knife, and the 5D Mark IV is kind of that same camera. It's good at everything, but it's not excellent, right? That's just how I would pose that camera. It's good, it's great in all kinds. It's really good in all kinds of other categories, just not great in certain areas. The whole 4K video problem, which I mean, I work around it. It's not a big deal. So, all right, let's jump to the next story, Jason.
Cool.
All right, let me go ahead and open this one up, and we'll ask Jason what kind of phone he uses a little bit here.
Oh yeah, wait, are you asking me now?
Yeah, almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Almost there. Okay, there we go. So Jason, go ahead and read that for us. That title there.
All right, putting my reading comprehension to good use. Sony put that insane 960 FPS, already failed, 960 FPS sensor in their new Xperia XZ smartphones.
All right, and pretty sleek, I think. I mean, I don't know if you got a chance to check out some of the little specs that they got on there, but
yeah,
it actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I checked out some of the videos, but do you want to lead them in with some specs first, or should we just jump into it?
Let me jump to the footnotes that I put. I don't remember. I don't recall. So let's see. So it has that stacked image sensor, right? That RX stacked image sensor.
Yeah.
I think very similar to like the RX 100 Mark IV, Mark V series has.
Yeah,
and even the Alpha 6500,
right? I have no clue all the little things that go into the camera, but that's what exactly I was going to ask you if it's the same as putting an RX 100 onto that Xperia phone. It's still not a 1-inch sensor like the RX 100, right? RX 100.
Yeah, I don't think it's a 1-inch sensor. I don't know if they'll ever get to that point anytime soon, but I mean, I've seen those dual cameras and what they can do, but what I am wondering, and I got a question for you, because this camera can do 960 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need that, Jason? Do you need 960 frames per second? Will you ever use that?
Probably not. If I honestly asked myself if I got the RX 105 if I would use the 960, but I don't think so, just because it's so potato quality. I think it records to like 720p at that high frame rate, right? So it wouldn't be something that I would use in my work, but maybe just for funsies. But yeah, I mean, from their demo video, it looks really good, but until we actually get it and see like actual real people hands-on slow-mo footage, I can't really judge for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Second here. see. All right. For me, I don't even use. I've got the I got the RX 100 Mark IV. I've never used the 960 frames per second. I've never used it. So I think it's great that they have it. I'm not saying it's not good, but I think it's actually just good for them to have that ability on there. I don't know, Jason. What kind of phone are you using?
Currently using
What do you got?
iPhone 6, iPhone 7.
iPhone 7. You didn't
Yeah.
get the Plus?
No, I wanted
how are you liking it?
I wanted the Plus, but at the time when the hype was real, it was sold out everywhere. I actually got really lucky with my 7 because it was sold out everywhere as well. I was last minute. I just like walked into the store and I was like, "Do you have any left?" And they're like, "We have one left, but it was on hold." Good thing that person didn't want it anymore, so I was able to get it like the same month it came out. But yeah, personally, iPhone. I don't really like iPhone all that much. I prefer to use an Android just because it's more intuitive. I hope no Android haters are here, but I think it's more intuitive. I like it better as a user experience, but I can't lie and say, the iPhone just does social media way better, like the live videos and video recording, sound recording. It just does it so much better, and that's the reason why I got an iPhone.
Doesn't that have the slow motion ability on the iPhone, right?
Yeah, I don't use it.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe it's because as a photographer or access to slow motion with like the 6500 or something.
But the Xperia phone, I mean, like, one thing I do want to say is from the other stuff that they're showing off, it really does seem like they're trying to tackle the content creator market. Like what LG is doing with their V10, V20, V30 Next, or G6 or anything like that. I think they're really trying to aim for that content creator market with the phone. It's just the thing is, I don't really often see people here in America use a Sony Xperia phone. What about you?
I just see iPhones and some Samsung Galaxy S7s.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone.
I barely see Xperia. I think Xperia is more popular in Japan, though.
Okay. I mean, I think if Sony can tap into the technology, which they're doing now, into their mobile devices, I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, if they can get some improved quality, and like you said, content creation's big. Some other features that they have is something called predictive capture and laser autofocus, but I could have sworn I think the LG had that or something. Like another camera had some sort of laser autofocusing capability, but
no.
No? I don't know.
I mean, no clue. I don't know. But I'd be interested in the Sony phone just because of some of this capability. But I used the LG V10. I really liked it as a content creator phone, for sure.
All right. Well, that's it. Would I get the Sony Xperia XZ phones? Jason, would you get it or not?
No. as much as I love Sony, I like Sony Alpha. Phone wise, yeah. I'm gonna stick with either Android or iPhone. And like I said, the only reason why I'm sticking with iPhone is because their video and all the social media apps just work way better on the iPhone.
I agree. I mean, I still have my LG G4. I was looking at a Samsung Galaxy S7. I missed the T-Mobile deal. There was a discount on it.
Oh.
And I did not get it. But oh well, I'll wait till the S8 is out and then get the S7 because old tech is still pretty good, I would say.
Good stuff.
All right, Jason, let's go ahead and jump to the live chat and see what's going on.
Yep.
Kibili says, hi from Zambia. Hi, man. What time is it out there? Dave Sincere, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, Dave?
Hi, Dave. Did you ever get that laptop or computer situation figured out, man? Hopefully you did. K2 says, I'm late. What's up with the headphones? Ears or temples? Is this homage to Princess Leia? I guess he was talking to me.
Yeah.
And that's why. Where'd that hat come from?
I put on my Sony cap again to answer Sony questions.
Travis Ellison says, how does Canon image stabilization on 5D Mark IV with IS lens compares to the Sony 5-axis? stabilization on A7R2 6500. Travis,
Man,
the
that's
5D Mark IV does not have stabilization. I don't know. For me, with the 5D Mark IV, you definitely need to stabilize lenses if you're doing any handheld stuff. But I've always been pretty happy with the stabilization of the lenses. I mean, obviously the Sony and the 6500, the A7R2 6500 are a lot better with a combo lens and body stabilization. Dave Sincere, battery life does suck. I carry 3 batteries with me all the time.
I carry 9.
Why do you think? What's up? You carry 9?
I carry 9.
Man, I've got a lot of Sony batteries, man. Just because I need the batteries. Dave Sincere, why do you think Sony's making such a big splash in the markets? Jason, why do you think Sony is making such a big splash in the market right now?
Why are they making a big splash, or why are people making a big splash?
Why do you think Sony? Why do you think Sony is making a big splash?
Oh, I don't know. I just know they're making a big splash with the A7S II, and that's what got everyone talking about the Sonys, because of the A7S II. To be honest with you, I mean, it's such a low light beast of a camera, and I feel like everybody that I talk to, they only know about the A7S II. They don't know about the A7R II. Every time someone sees my Sony, they're like, "You have the AS2 or whatever, right?" And I'm like, "No, I have the AR2, whatever." So yeah, I just feel like it's because of the A7S II that they've gotten so much hype in video, film / camera world. That's at least that's in my opinion. And that's how I've gotten to know Sony. So I guess because of the A7S and the A7S II, they started capitalizing on the camera market more, at least from what I'm seeing.
Man, I don't know. I mean, Sony is just, I think a lot of it had to do with marketing, YouTubers, I guess, really pushing the Sony gear. Their technology's good. I mean, it's just they overheat. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's my whole thing with Sony, really. I mean, I'm gonna knock them on that because it is an issue that I've had. All right, moving on. Nick Lawrence, why isn't anyone talking about the GH5? If you talk about Canon, I think you should also do it for Panasonic. Angry face.
Well, Nick Lawrence, we talked extensively about GH5 last week, so we're happy to talk more about GH5 this week if you have questions questions about the GH5 for us.
Yeah, you know, I think the GH5 comes out later this month, right, Jason? I think it's this month.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm not getting it when it launches, but I'm very excited just to play with it in one way or another.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just want to see once it comes out what people are doing with it. I'm just not in the market for a GH5. I just can't sustain another ecosystem at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the bottom line. And I'm really, honestly, for me, I'm just wondering what Sony's gonna do. That's what I'm wondering. So
cool. You can ask me something about GH5. I love GH5. So
there you go. So yeah, feel free to throw some GH5 questions because Jason loves GH5.
Let me just take this off first.
You reverse the jacket.
I love
and
GH5.
it has Panasonic.
Yeah, it's just like Panasonic.
All right. Let's see. K2 says, Dave, good timing for sure. Full frame is a small package packed with technology goodness. People are so used to smartphone photography, and mirrorless is more in line with what you see is what you get.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, everybody that's out there that uses a smartphone, they literally will hold up their phone and they expect to see what they get. And mirrorless is just doing it. Let's see here. Dave Sincere, barely. What the hell am I going? Dave says, "What the hell am I going to do with an extra 900 frames per second?"
I don't know. I'm sure somebody's going to find use for the 900 FPS. So.
Yeah. Rishav, how you doing, man? He asks, is there any 1750 millimeter f2.8 equivalents for the Alpha 6300? By the way, Rishav, I'm using a Sigma 1750 2.8 recording me right now. Is there an equivalent, Jason? I don't think there really is one.
There's no equivalent. Just get the adapter.
Yeah, if you're shooting video.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're, I don't know. I don't know what to say because, like, you know, I know a lot of people are really disappointed with like the APS-C selection and lenses for Sony, and I kind of wish Sony would release more APS-C zoom lenses with a 2.8 aperture. So that's something that I would like to see coming out very soon because I love those tiny little lenses for my 6500. But if they can release something that's not an f4 and like a 2.8, I'd be super happy.
Rishav, just get yourself this, the 18 to 35.
That too.
I don't use it enough. I don't even know why I still have this.
But I mean, if you want to use a 1750 2.8 Canon, make sure you get the Metabones adapter because I think Metabones will allow you to mount that EFS lens. If I recall correctly, the 1750 2.8 is an EFS lens, not a EF mount lens.
I think the MC11 still works too, Jason.
No, I don't think so. I was doing
for the Sigma.
Yeah, for the Sigma for sure. But if it's mounting EFS lenses, it's not going to work. I did a lot of research.
Yeah.
It's
the
not
EFS
the same
for
route.
sure. Yep, I agree on that one. Dave says Kodak is coming out with a camera phone. I have absolutely no idea why.
Well, what's the question? Kodak is coming.
Poor Kodak. Oh man.
I didn't know Kodak still exists.
Didn't they try this stint with like Lady Gaga maybe like 5 years ago or something? I could have sworn there was like an effort to bring Kodak back.
No clue.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I remember something like that. Zoom Chris, guys, I can't wait for my A7R2. By the way, I sold the Alpha 6500 and the D750 and everything else. I have the A7R2 on order.
Okay.
And it comes with the 55-1.8 and the pre-ordered 85 f1.8 now.
Awesome.
He sold this Alpha 6500.
I'm a little sad part of that.
I mean, well, if you are in the portrait kind of arena, then I can understand why.
Oh yeah.
I would definitely go with, and he's coming from a D750, so I think he's very used to that full frame.
Oh,
totally understand.
Completely understand.
All right, should we jump back to the news real quick?
Sure, let's jump back to
this one out from Nikon. Yeah, let's hammer this Nikon.
I'm telling you, man, just 2 seconds and we're done.
All right, okay. Let me get this right here. By the way, guys, those of you that are on the live stream right now, if you want to help us out, this is our first official live stream between me and Jason Vong. Don't forget, you can find Jason Vong on his YouTube channel. What is it, Jason? How can they find you?
Jason Vong, YouTube. I'm typing in the chat. YouTube.com/Jason Vong.
Does that work?
Oh no, I can't type.
Don't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't think you have that. Just type Jason Vong in YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I think that'll find you.
There you go. Yeah,
go type. Yeah, if you're on a PC or something, type in Jason Vong and follow Jason Vong on YouTube if you're not already. I'm pretty sure you are at this point, but definitely check Jason Vong out. And if you want to support our live streams, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to go ahead and help share it and get some more visibility. And this is going to be a weekly, hopefully, a weekly podcast. We've got to figure out the details. I think I might do an episode here, and then we might do one on Jason's channel. We just got to get all the details squared away, and we'll put the pressure on Jason next time to host the show.
Oh gosh, you're gonna have to run through all this stuff with me because I don't know how to set it up.
Oh man, you just click Google Hangouts, man.
Okay, all right, it's that simple, huh?
It's pretty easy. All right, let's jump into this Nikon story here that I pulled up from Petapixel, and here we go. Crap. Okay, now we go. There we go. So Nikon speaks out. Will focus on medium to high-end DSLRs and lenses And there was a discussion about them ending their Nikon DL line series really quick. By the way, DL line was, I had to look it up, Jason. Did you know what that was?
No, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nikon.
I don't even know why we're commenting on it. I don't know why I put it in the show notes. I just wanted to.
And you know, we have a Nikon shooter here. Zoom Ring Chris.
He was a Nikon shooter, right?
Yeah, he was an Nikon shooter, so he might have some more insights on that than we do. I mean, have you shot with a Nikon?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you. Have you shot with a Nikon?
Yes, I actually I've shot with a D70-100, and I had some several lenses. In my class, we actually have Canon and Nikon.
Truly that one camera guy you are.
Yes, that one camera guy.
That one camera.
We've got D5200s and 60Ds and some 70Ds, and it's not that good. All the kids, you know what's really funny? All my students, whenever they want to use the cameras, can we use the Canons? Can we use the Canon cameras?
Oh, there we go.
So I force all my intro kids to go and use the Nikon cameras and show them some love. We ended up getting the Canon cameras just because the budget. The Nikon cameras were just so much cheaper, and that's the reason why I wanted to bring up the story, was the fact that Nikon literally releases a new, and Canon's guilty of this too. Nikon releases a new D30. They're like on the D3600 or something like that. I don't even know. I think on the D5000 they're already on the D600. So I don't know. Nikon releases a lot of low-end cameras. I don't know. That's just my thought. I think their biggest hit was the D500. I just never got a chance to use it. Jason, you got a chance to use that D500?
I've only touched a Nikon camera once, and that was from my friend who got the Nikon camera. We're shooting some photos, and I was just like, I don't know how to work this. Yeah,
I only got to touch the camera. I didn't even really get to use it all that much. I just put my eye up to it at the camera store, and it was amazing. I actually almost bought like a D810, I think, a while back, because there was this crazy gray market sale on it for like $19.99. And then it almost came to my house, and then I told my brother to send it back.
Oh wow!
I don't know what I was thinking. I almost became a Nikon shooter because of the megapixels race.
Wow,
those megapixels. So I just wanted to try it out.
Yeah, I think Canon won me over simply because it shot videos, and that was the thing that I started with. So photography wise, it wasn't something that I was interested in at first. So Canon won me in the video department. Yeah,
I've got a Canon. I haven't used the newer Nikon cameras for video, so I can't really comment. I'm not the best person on it, but their older stuff, it just didn't handle video well. I know one of the critiques that kids have is that you can't change the aperture in live view for some of their Nikon cameras, and so like in Canon, when you're in live view, when you change the aperture, you can change the aperture, right?
Yeah,
but
I think so.
Yeah, in some of their Nikon cameras, you can't. The lower end cameras, you cannot change the aperture in live view, and I don't know. They never got it resolved. I think in their lower end cameras. Hopefully, someone can comment on that.
That's weird.
Yeah, I bet it might have to do with their mounts. I'm not sure. All right, let's go ahead and jump back to the comments really quick and take a look at what's going on. Zoom Chris says, anyway, I am Zoom Ring, just not to confuse you guys too much. Zoom Ring? Is that what he's asking us to call him, Jason? I'm not so sure.
Zoom.
I guess. Anyway, I am Zoom Ring. Okay, let us know, Zoom Chris. That's what you call him.
Chris.
77. We just call him Chris, right?
Chris.
77 TikTok. Sup, that one camera guy, and Jason Vong.
What is up?
You all get a chance to see the 100mm STF buttery, beautiful goodness. Asked about the 90mm last week, and think I'll hold out yet. Jason, you got to use that, friends, right?
Buttery smooth balls. Buttery smooth balls.
Let's keep the PG-13. PG rated.
I mean, it's How else can you describe nice bokeh? Round shape bokeh. But yeah, no. I asked about a 90 mil last week. Yeah, you're looking. So I know there's a lot of confusion that the 100mm STF is also a macro lens. I mean, it kind of is, but you're not gonna get. I guess the minimum focusing distance is not like the 90. The 90 mil can get a lot closer than the 100. So if you're looking for a macro lens, stick with the 90. But the 100, you can definitely get away with doing some macro shots. But I think primarily it would be like close-up / portraits.
Yep, I agree with Jason on that. I haven't used the lens at all, but if I ever get to go to a camera store anytime soon, I will definitely check out that and see about the smooth, round
bokeh
balls. Dave Sincere says, everyone I talk that shoots with other cameras wish they had a Sony. I know. That's why I ended up getting one, because I was that same person.
Only
Thank
the best.
you. Jason is trying to get that that sponsorship there. All right, from Sony.
Please.
Kimberly says, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I feel so jealous of Canon. I've been playing with the 6D. The battery life is out of this world. Sony mirrorless camera battery lifespan is so weak. Nonetheless, I am still a Sony fanboy. Yeah, I mean, even with the battery life being questionable, man, should we just jump into the battery thing now?
I don't know. Sure, let's do it.
Let's just do it because we're on that topic. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the article really quick that I was bringing up earlier. Or should we just stick to the game plan? I just got to throw everything off. What do we do, Jason? I don't know what to do.
Let's just get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, let's just stick with it. Yeah, let's stick with the game plan here. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump to our next article here from Canon Rumors. We're going to get through this really quick because it's not Sony related. It's me related. I wanted to talk about it. So really quick, I'm going to go to screen share here and jump to this here. Canon Rumors says there's going to be a new firmware for the 5D Mark IV coming soon. So for the handful of you with a 5D Mark IV, I am one of them. I'm very excited to see if this firmware update is a major one, because they specifically say that they'll fix some bugs that the camera has, which I haven't dealt with personally. There's a possibility for a major firmware update, and I think for me directly, the issue I really haven't had an issue with the 5D Mark IV other than the whole video thing, but I don't think they can fix that crop factor problem with the 4K. And I don't think they can fix the 4K HDMI out. You know how you can record 4K with your Tomos, I think, with your Blade? Don't you have the Blade, Jason?
I have the Ninja 2. I have the same one as you.
You don't have that nice one? That nice
recorder? No, that was belongs to the office that I used to work for, yeah.
But you were able to record 4K off of that, right? You were able to actually get 4K off of that? Technically, you were.
Yeah,
right?
I think so, yeah. You could get the 4K off that, yeah.
Yeah, and I doubt that Canon's going to do something like that, but if they could do some sort of compressed 4K instead of that 4K MJPEG, motion JPEG, I think that would be amazing. So that's my statement on the Canon 5D Mark IV. Let's go ahead and jump to the next article we have, and let me go and pull that up right now. We'll get to the questions that are going on in the chat. Hopefully you guys are talking there while we get to this next one here. And let me check the screen share. Again, folks, we are just starting off. We are just I'm trying to learn how this whole thing works out. So we got this one, the Sony 85mm G Master. Jason has that. Versus the Sigma 85mm Arts real world comparison. And this individual actually made a video. If you ever get a chance, you can go ahead and check it out. We'll try to post these show notes later. Some important things that were mentioned in this article and in the video, but there was something specific I wanted Jason to comment on. So the notes that I put down was that basically the individual said that the 85mm G Master and the Sigma 85mm Art were pretty good. Basically, both lenses perform exceptionally well. Image quality, bokeh rendering are all pretty good, although the 85 G Master slightly better. They were more rounder. But here's one thing that the user said. He said, the user stated that the Sigma 85 Art autofocused better on the Sony with the MC11 adapter or possible metabones versus the native 85mm G Master. Jason, what is your thoughts on that? Is this person crazy? Let me know. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. It just depends on user experience and what he was shooting. I mean, it could be true. It could be not true. I don't know. Personally, when I was trying out the Sigma 85 Art with the MC11 adapter, it worked really well. It worked a lot better than a lot of the other Sigma Art lenses that I've used or tried on. And there were a few times that it missed focus, but it honestly wasn't even that much. So it as a performer, it performed really darn well. Yeah. I think he also brought up an example how the 85 Art did a good job focusing on what seemed to be like a Sigma 18 Art, Sigma 18 to 35 Art, and it didn't do so well. The Sony didn't do so well, but the Sigma did so well. I think it just had to do with Sony having trouble focusing on like the darker objects, and that's from a personal finding as well. I don't know if that is something that you discovered yourself.
I have not used the 85 G Master. I've used the bodice. I've been very happy with the bodice, so I can't really comment on the G Master. So if I ever do, then I definitely can. But so I can't discount what this person's saying. They could be absolutely right.
Yeah,
but
same here.
Yeah,
I mean, like it just depends on the person and how, and unicorn magic on their camera and lenses.
Because you know what, I would vouch to say that if the person was using it in continuous autofocus for shooting moving subjects, the 85mm GM would win hands.
Oh, okay.
That's how I would see it.
I don't know. Talk about that? He didn't, right?
No, I think it was just still photography.
He was still photography. Yeah, portraits. It seemed like his example was focused on portraits. So
in that person's situation, it could be true. It could be a real situation, and it works out that way.
As we always talked about, I mean, the adapting Sigma lenses with the MC11 adapter can be great, so long as it's a very controlled environment / portraits, anything that's not like a sports situation, or if you're using it for videos. Yeah, that's the way I would see it. So if I ever get a chance to test it out, that's kind of how I would look at it. I'm just kind of I don't agree, but the fact that I haven't used it, I can't really discount it. I don't know. If someone in the comment section below might have already used both, let me know, because I was actually thinking about getting the 85 Sigma Art, but that's just, I have the Sigma 85 non-art, the previous one, and I like that one. It works really well on my Canon cameras. Well, and also the MC11 adapter too. So I mean, I know for your situation, you're different because you do own the Canon yourself. So having that 85 will benefit both your ecosystem. But for anybody out there who's shooting strictly Sony, I know there's a lot of hype. DxO is saying that the Sigma performs way better than the G Master. Like it's much sharper. Blah 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 blah. Again, there's a lot of factors that you have to look into when buying these lenses. One, like we just mentioned, the AF just works way better if you stick with G Master on the Sony. But you also have to account for Sigma 85. That one is a huge piece of glass, and you're adding on the adapter to it. You're getting something that's really, really heavy. So in my opinion, I would probably spend the extra money, get the G Master, keep it light, keep it simple, and know that it won't fail on you.
Yeah, you know what? If I was like all in Sony, get the G Master, or even consider the bodice. I don't know. I mean, if you need the 85 and you're a portrait photographer and you absolutely really needed it, then I would look into it.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I haven't personally done like a comparison test in terms of just autofocusing capabilities between the G Master and the bodice. My mind tells me that the G Max would be a little bit slower, but I really don't know. I really don't know. I can't really say that until I test it. So, but we'll find out later, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and jump back to the live chat. Again, folks, if you are on the live stream, thank you again for joining myself and Jason Vong. Don't forget, you can find Jason Vong by typing it on YouTube, Jason Vong, and checking him out on his YouTube channel and subscribing. Again, this is a weekly show we're going to try and push for every Monday in the evening. So we'll definitely post that. And again, if you want to help support us, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so you can share it with other people, other photographers out there that might be interested in this. And again, thank you to everyone that is on the live stream. All right, so let's see. Prasad Shavan says, should I buy a DSLR or a mirrorless camera? Jason, assuming nothing else, what would you buy today? You can't ask him, does he shoot portraits? Nothing. That's it. Between that, what would you do, Jason? You don't know what his budget is either. Make a decision.
I mean, the fact that he's asking the question sounds like maybe beginner or have some experience. I'm going to go with mirrorless.
We don't know that, man. He could be.
All right.
This person could be Jason Lanier.
Oh, crap. Well, then I don't know. Mirrorless. Mirrorless in this thing. Go with mirrorless.
Yeah, go mirrorless. Just go. Just go with it. That's all I'm gonna say. Assuming we know nothing else.
Mirrorless.
Dave Sincere says, how are the lens selections with the GH5? That's all you. That is all you.
There's a lot to choose from for the GH5. I know, if you can look at it with just the micro four thirds selection, which they have some really great lenses for micro four thirds. Even strictly like the Lumix lineup, you got the 12 to 35 2.8, the 35 to 100 2.8, I believe. You also got the primes, the 42.5, 1.2, the 20 mil, I believe the 25 mil, and all that stuff. You can also expand outside the Lumix. I think you can use Olympus lenses, though I haven't personally used it myself. But Olympus has some micro four thirds. You also got Voigtlander, who makes micro four thirds. So you have a lot of solution, a lot of selection to choose from for micro four thirds. And a lot of people love to adapt lenses on the GH5 because it's a video camera. So I've seen a lot of people mounting cinema lenses, Canon lenses. So your selection in lenses for GH5 is huge. And if you're adapting Canon lenses, I would highly, highly recommend getting the speed booster. It's expensive as crap, but it's well worth the price.
Jason Vong, thank you for that. That's why you're on the show.
Dropping that knowledge.
It's impossible to know everything. That's the thing. It's just so much to cover. Daniel Consega.
What's up, Daniel?
Jason, where do you get all your Sony apparel? Inquiring minds wants to know.
Daniel,
Jason's just got the connects.
Well, Daniel, I hope I'm not mistaking you for another Daniel, but you're like you're my Facebook friend, right? I think you're in Riverside. Come out to the Sammy's event, man. Come out to the Sammy's event that happens out in LA, Pasadena, or whatever. And they were giving these out if you get your lenses clean. They have a lot of Sony swags that they're giving out. I got my lenses clean. I got like a lens cloth wipe thingy-mabobber. I got the Sony microfiber cloth. So yeah, go to your Sammy's event. They have these swags there. Pick it up there.
There you go, Daniel. Hopefully you can make it out to those Sammy's events. I just hate the drive. All right, especially to LA.
That's a far drive for you.
Oh yeah, it is. All right,
I'll get some for you, and I'll ship it to you.
There, dang. Okay, man, look at that. Look at that, Jason Vong.
I got you.
Definitely hit him up and pay for the shipping though. All right, so Red Minor Leagues. High FPS can be very useful in sports. I shoot lots of baseball for scouting purposes. More frames help breaking down things. Same for extreme sports. Yeah, Red Minor League. I love the high frame per seconds on my DSLRs and also on my Sony E-mount cameras, especially the Alpha 6500. yeah, I was using it a lot over the weekend shooting, and last week as well. So I agree. Dave, sincere man, Dave is hammering them questions. I love the 2470mm f2.8 G Master for Sony, but I can't see spending $2,200 while I'm still learning. I currently have the 50mm f1.8 and the 18-105. Chris says, Jason, I asked you last time on your live stream if what I should do with the Alpha 6500. You said sell it. So he did.
I said that?
I guess you did.
Oh man. Oh wait, I think if it's the same argument that about going full frame and loving full frame, going full frame, then might as well sell the 6500 for the full frame.
Nick Lawrence, as much as I'm having the overheating issues with my A6000, I would still go and buy another Sony camera or the Alpha 6500. It's like I'm on drugs. I love the image quality going out of this camera. Nick,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
There's just something about that image quality that just draws me to Sony cameras. Rashav, you'll have to make some modifications to make EFS work on the MC11. I think I heard about that.
I heard about that too.
Yeah. You got to mess with that mount.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do it right now.
People have messed with the Metabone speed booster to adapt EFS lenses. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm not good at making any sort of modifications to any of my devices, so I'd rather not risk it.
K2 says, I've used both Canon and Nikon. Canon has better glass and better for video. Nikon has a better sensor, in my honest opinion. Both companies never fix issues with firmware. Just buy the next model. You know what, K2? I kind of agree with you on that. There was one time that Canon really delivered on their firmware update. That was the original Canon 7D. The original Canon 7D. They did this firmware update, and they increased the buffer performance on the 7D, and it was like a brand new camera. It was like a brand new camera. So if they do something like that, that would be amazing. But that's just the situation. I know Fuji's a lot better with their firmware updates, I think, from what I've heard. 77 TikTok says, such useful info, a moment away. Love it always, guys. We'll go for the 1-to-1 on the 90mm macro and let the others battle it out for the new gear. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
All right, Dave Sincere is asking us some crazy questions. He asks, what's the worst thing that has ever happened while you were on a shoot? Was it the overheating? I got to think about that, Dave.
I have to think about it. Yeah, the only close recollection was I brought it up last week that the 6500, the two 6500s that we have shooting a wedding shut off on us. So I haven't edited that wedding yet, so I don't know. I don't know if I can still salvage that ceremony.
I'm trying to remember. I think I had a GoPro in a church ceremony fall. Nobody got hurt. I think I like a little GoPro kind of hanging up, and it fell down. But it fell down in the center. So, but I mean, I've never had anything like really crazy happen. So I've been very fortunate in for what I've done.
I got some wood for now.
I just have a glass desk. Damn it. Oh, there's a table here. All right. Let's jump back to the news. Jason, that's all right with you?
Cool.
Let's hammer these out. I think damn it, there's so much more. Okay, we're just gonna go hammer it out. Why did I put so much? All right.
I don't know.
Really quick here. I just wanted to make sure we had enough content for 1.5 hours or so.
I mean, a lot of people are throwing us a lot of good questions, so that could be content right there.
That is true. That is true. Okay, let me just bring this up really quick because I thought this was really interesting. If those of you on the live stream, if you haven't done so already, don't watch this right now. Watch it later. You might have already seen it. There is a video by, what did I say the names were? What's say on the show? Eskil and Anders, their YouTube channel right here. I don't know if the video will play. Let's go and see if it'll work or not on stream. But they put together a video. It was a little short film that was kind of crowdsourced funded. Basically, it's about these guys who get this camera hack, and this camera hack has a lot of powers. And I went and watched this film last night, and it was really fun. I thought I enjoyed it. It was very humorous. So if you haven't had a chance later on to check the camera hack out, Jason, I don't know if you're subscribed to them or not.
No, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out this week. The short film that you've linked, but I've heard of Andyax. That's his username, right? He made a really cool video talking about the GH4 and the speed booster in 18 to 35, from what I remember. So
yeah,
but I'll check it out. I mean, like I previewed it and it looks like a really cool video.
I think if you like if you're just kind of a camera buff and you just kind of enjoy that kind of thing, I think you'll.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, like I was like, I think they're just trying to go for some humor. Let's jump now to the scenario here. So let me go ahead and pull up this article really quick. But this is from the Vlogger. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I think so. For Vlogger.
For all right. So on the Vlogger, I saw this article. It said, "Made my Sony camera battery last for 4 days." I don't know if this person's lying or not. Jason, have you ever been able to get a battery to last for 4 days? But before you answer that, they said use airplane mode. They said don't transfer files to your phone, and keep your ISO low, and use manual focusing lenses. So that's 4. There's 4 things there. So Jason, what do you think about some of their suggestions, and what do you think you should add?
So airplane mode, I feel like that's like a very common thing for a lot of people to turn off. I personally leave it on for whatever crazy reason. I choose to leave it on, and I choose to send photos from my phone, from my camera to my phone. That's just part of my workflow. I just like shooting the pictures on my camera and uploading it to Facebook. So I don't know how much batteries those do drain, but yeah, turn them off just to be safe if you don't do any of that kind of stuff. Keeping the low ISO low, I'm not too sure about that. There might be some crazy unicorn magic going on behind that as well. But I do understand the manual focus, using manual focus lenses, because I would assume that the native lenses do take up some batteries, maybe with the image stabilization, or everything is just done electronically with the lenses. So I kind of understand that does have an impact on battery.
Yeah, I agree with the airplane mode. If you really want to, I don't leave it on. I mean, I don't have airplane mode on because I do transfer my pictures. I want to get it up onto Instagram or something if I ever need to. I don't know if that's the same case with you, Jason.
Yep.
Or not. The manual focusing lenses thing was kind of thing, I think.
By the way, you're kind of cutting in and out right now.
Man, hopefully it's not my internet connection. I guess it's my side of the thing. No one's mentioned it yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see it. Haven't seen it. Maybe just me.
So battery wise, you know what? I've done sports shoots, and I've been out there, and when I shoot sports, I'm shooting like constantly, like throughout the entire hour or two. And I could shoot an event with 1 battery. Like I could shoot maybe, let's say, a soccer game, 1 battery. This person got their battery last for 4 days. The question is how aggressive were they using the camera throughout that entire time? I know when I've been in a bind, I've turned my camera off. When I'm going from, like, if I know there's a pause, I'll just turn the camera off. And I also just sometimes I will turn off image preview. I don't know if you do that, Jason, or not. Off. So when I take a photograph, I get no image preview because I already see what I'm going to get. And sometimes I disable the back of the screen. so that way it only shows the EVF.
Oh, okay.
But some people have said the EVF consumes more power than the back of the screen.
That's what I've heard too.
I don't know. That's what I've heard. But what other tips can you suggest?
To save on battery, I don't know. I think you've mentioned pretty much everything. Just me personally, I just have a bunch of batteries just to be safe. I don't think I don't turn off airplane mode. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, in my bag, I just have extra batteries, and I have a charging bag, a charger in there. Just bring external battery packs if you need to charge your stuff. That's the only thing I can really recommend. But
that too.
There are times I've had like a really important time. But I just kind of try to find time to quickly switch it when I can. Gotta learn and work around it, but it's just nice with my DSLRs. I can trust that having one battery is gonna get me throughout most of the day. So I can see where people say that. All right, let us see. All right, back onto the live chat. Jagal Shah says, which Sigma lens works fine with the Sony Alpha 6500? Jagal, that really depends. And we'll see if we can get Jason's input on this, but it really depends if it's in the newer lens compatible with MC11 adapter will work just fine. That's my take on it. But just don't expect it to work with like continuous autofocus for taking pictures. Just for portraits in general, still objects. I don't know, Jason, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, agree. Same. Any newer Sigma art lenses, any older ones, update them. Make sure to just check the list, which one works with the adapter. Yeah,
there is a list. It's really handy that actually shows you all that stuff. Good for mentioning that. Hammy says, I go to school now. Hammy, have fun at school. Barney00771 says, greetings from Poland. All the way from Poland.
Oh, hello, Poland. Wow. You are international.
Daniel also says, Manny Ortiz did a test on the 85 Sigma yesterday and said autofocus was better on G Master.
Well, if Manny said it, it's true. Let's just, I'm selling my G Master if Manny said it.
No. I think he's saying he did a test on the 85 Sigma yesterday and said the autofocus was better on the G Master.
My bad.
The G Master.
Take that back. G Master wins again.
Yeah. So the G Master was definitely a much better option. All right, moving on. Maybe that's a good segue into our next little story here that we can quickly mention.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know. I think you guys already know. But Manny became a Sony brand ambassador. So Manny, I don't know if he's on this live stream or not, but I don't think he is. But if you can see it later, congratulations on becoming a Sony brand ambassador. That is really awesome, honestly.
Yeah, it's insane. He worked hard. I mean, like I know when I was starting my YouTube channel, I discovered him. He was still like under 1,000 subs, and then all of a sudden, look at him now. 1 year later, 30,000 subs. Sony Collective, Sony Alpha Collective ambassador. He deserves it. So really happy for that guy.
He cracked it. He worked on it, and I don't know. He just got it. It all just kind of fell into place, and could not be more happy for Manny.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, let us know if the dream inside is real. You know what's it like in that Sony Alpha.
Would you want to become now that we're on this topic, right? Would you want to become a Sony brand ambassador, Jason? Are you looking to become like that, or what's your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, if that's something that is open to me as an opportunity, why not? You know, definitely. But as of right now, their system just works really well for me, and I'm happy to talk about any system that works well for me.
What if Panasonic goes to you and says, Jason, do you want to be a Panasonic brand ambassador? What would you choose?
Oh,
You can
man.
have all the Panasonic cameras you want.
I don't know, man. Can I be both? Is that possible?
I don't think that's possible. You got to pick one.
I don't either. I don't know, man. It'd be a good position to be in with some of the other YouTubers out there, where they're able to shoot with anything, and other brand companies would be okay with it. But I don't know. I'm just gonna, I don't know. It's a very unlikely scenario, but yeah, Sony for me works really well right now, so I'm standing by them for sure.
So Jason will definitely consider it, right? If you ever get asked to be a Sony brand ambassador,
I mean,
which I'm sure will happen.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. To be perfectly honest with you, Jason.
Yeah, more subscribers to me.
Really, it doesn't even matter about that, honestly. I think there's some brand ambassadors that don't even have like a YouTube channel. They're just they just do a lot of workshops, I think, and they promote the cameras that way.
Definitely, I'm sure it's a combination of work and influence. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For me, I think it's a tough decision if that ever came about, because I still use Canon and stuff like that. If Sony hasn't done it for me yet, because I do sports related photos and Sony's not there.
Okay. Makes sense.
So once Sony's able to meet that kind of need for what I do, then I think I could probably say, yeah, I really like Sony. But right now I'm kind of half and half. Sony's great on these ends, and then I still use my DSLRs on the other end.
Just to add on top of that, I mean, Sony, I know they're pushing really hard in the photo market, but they really have something in the video market that I really want to, I want them to push, and if I could have that opportunity, push it with them as well. So the video market for the Sony is definitely up there.
Yeah.
And if they focus more on that, have some artisans in the video game for sure.
No, that'd be really cool. So yeah. Sony, I know you're watching this, Jason Vong.
Oh no.
The ball's in your court, Sony. Jason's already repping you guys with that jacket and that hat. So
I'm hiding. Hope they don't watch. This is embarrassing.
Help them out. All right, let's get back to the live chat. Let's see. Jagal Shaw says, if I want to use Sigma lens for wedding photography, which lens do you prefer for weddings? A 70 to 200 maybe. I love the 35 to 85 combination. If I was gonna shoot, I want to have two camera bodies, two full frame bodies, a 35 and an 85. So I would say Sigma 35 and the Sigma Art 85. That's just me. Jason, what would you say?
For wedding photos? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yep. You're right. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter what brand you use. Well, it does matter depending on the system, but I think popular focal lengths for wedding photography has always been 35 and 85. So that'd be something good to look at.
There you go. Crohn's K says, would the 50 millimeter f1.8, I think that's for the full frame, good for low lights? Yeah. Yes. The 51.8 is good for low lights. You got the f1.8 aperture, it's going to let a lot of light in, and that's going to be good. All right. ASAF Glassberg. How's the overheating issue on the Alpha 6500? I was shooting swim on Saturday, and I was shooting some varsity softball the same day. I got the overheating indicator on the Alpha 6500, but it didn't overheat.
Lucky
I also had
you.
the cage. I had the cage on it. But it didn't overheat. It shut down, and the overheating indicator went away. So
perfect.
So far so good. But it's getting warm a little bit, so I'm gonna do some more tests later. Jason, your thoughts still on the overheating?
It's still there. It's probably improved mildly or by a little bit from the 6300, but it just won't shut off on you so long as you have that auto power temperature thing on. Yeah. So just make sure to have that feature on, and you're okay.
Yeah, definitely turn that on. That's a big one. Gotta get that. Barney 00771 6:50 a.m. I'm at work. I appreciate you listening to us while you're at work.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you don't get caught.
K2 says, I like that 50mm f1.8 for autofocus, but usable 1.8 will allow more light compared to what? K2, I shot basketball with the 50mm f1.8. It was fine. Image quality, it's okay. That's just my opinion, though. That's just me shooting continuous autofocus. K2 says the 50mm f1.8 will allow more light compared to what? Compared to the kit lens, I would say. I mean, kit lens is what, 3.5 to 5.6 aperture?
Yep.
So you're definitely getting like a stop, maybe a little more. All right.
Yeah, a lot of stops.
Chronos K says, getting more focus on players when they are playing, just getting light from LCD or CRT TV only. Not sure. Yep. Did I go back on the questions? What the heck's going on here? Okay. All right. I think we answered that from Jagal. All right, moving on. Steve says, hey, Steve, don't know if you're still on the stream or not. Been invited to an Easter Street procession. Starts at 8 p.m. Will be dark, just street lights. I'll be standing on the side of the road taking photos and videos. I only want to take one lens. What would you use? Why always a tough question, Steve? One lens, Jason Vong.
Very, very situational questions. Oh my gosh. Anything with
photos and video.
Anything with a 1.4 aperture.
Yeah, I mean, based on what he's saying, I don't even know if like 2.8 is good enough.
Yeah.
Right?
I shot 2 weddings out in Malibu, and it's in a place where it's super darn dark. My A7R had a lot of issue even with the 1.4 85 G Master, even at 1.4. So yeah, it's tough. So A7S to that, if you can, with a 1.4 lens of some sort.
Yep, I would go 85. If you have an 80, I think he has all the G Master lenses. So
yeah, I'm just worried the 85 might be too close. It just depends on the side of the road. Yeah, I guess 85.
Yeah, because then I think with the 85, he can still use clear image zoom with the 85, and he has some flexibility there with video. Yeah, that's how I would see it. All right. Nick Lawrence says, thanks, guys. I'm out. Sorry, Nick. I know you were on like in the East Coast or something. I do apologize.
Thank you, Nick.
Good night, man. If you ever see this later on in the live stream, good night, man. Daniel says, yes, Jason, we are friends on Facebook, and I'm upgrading to the 2470 G Master. Whew. I really want to get that lens. And add the 16 to 35 f4 soon. We should meet sometime at the Hat. The Hat.
Oh, it's just he sent me a picture of chili cheese fries, and I'm just like, God, I have to go get it now. Craving was real, man.
Sounds good. All right. It's the messenger says, love your stuff, guys. Thanks for all the amazing content. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Jason. Yep. And don't forget, if you want to support Jason Vong, you can find him. Just type in YouTube Jason Vong. You can also type, if he's posted somewhere on the live stream, you can click on the 3 dots next to his name, and you can go ahead and find his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
and don't forget to go ahead. Yeah, and don't forget to. Someone brought that up. I appreciate that. Yeah, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to get some more visibility. And don't forget, this is going to be a weekly video, hopefully. And I think we're going to try and get Jason to host the next one because he definitely breaks in some big time YouTubers out there. So we shall see. So we shall see. All right. Let's move on to some more questions here. Let's just hammer these out as we go.
Yep.
Dave. Okay, Dave. It's not lasting 4 days yet. Dave says, Sony battery lasting for 4 days? Yeah, right. I can't even get one to last for 40 minutes.
Yep.
Woo. I am King William says, best computer for editing 4K with Final Cut Pro X. I think your only option.
Yeah, Mac.
Right? You only got like, yeah.
MacBook Pro 2015, but get 2016 if you can, definitely. Always the latest and greatest. Always latest and greatest. Oh yeah, max it out. I think the one I was looking at for 2016 was pretty close to 2800 So you definitely want the one with the AMD Radeon, whatever souped up graphics that comes with it. So yeah, make sure that's an option when you check out.
Yeah. Mass Mole, how you doing, man? He says, I shoot with the A7S II and the Alpha 6500 for travel, family, my kids, friends, and just for kicks. Is there anything about a GH5 that would up my video game over the Sony's? I already have. Is my GH5 pre-order pointless? Hype about the GH5 got the better of me, so I pre-ordered, thinking the grass is greener. What do you want to say there, Jason?
Is there anything about a GH5 that would up my video game over Sony? I don't know. Unless you do a lot of professional video work, you probably wouldn't need the GH5 because the GH5 is really, really tailored towards the filmmaking community and anybody who's doing a lot of video productions. One very apparent thing is that they put 2 SD cards in that camera. So that's already in itself screams professional. So they're trying to capitalize on that professional market. Anything that ups that game? I would say the in-body image stabilization is definitely a lot better than what I was testing out at CP Plus. And flip out screen if you care about that. But honestly, I would say if you're just shooting for fun, the A7S II and the 6500 is a killer combo right there.
I agree with Jason on that. I don't think you really need GH5. Just wait for everyone to kind of hash out the details on it. The A7S II and the Alpha 6500 are, I think it's a great combo, honestly.
Yeah, your A7S II is your video camera. The 6500 is also a video camera, but a better stills camera than the A7S II. So you got your range covered.
Yep, I agree. Dave says, that one camera guy, yes, your video is a little bit choppy. You might have to exit out of some of your other open windows and sign on with eHarmony. That will free up some RAM.
You're fine. You're fine now. You're fine now.
I've got 32 gigs of RAM on this computer, Dave. Hopefully it's enough. But I will log off eHarmony to help out. Yeah, thanks, Dave. All right. Dave, sincere. Congrats to Manny. Love those videos. And his wife is beautiful. I'm telling you, half his viewer is for his wife. I'm just going to say that right now.
She is beautiful. Diana is beautiful. I met her. She has a kick-ass personality, too.
That's cool. Massimo says, who is Manny?
What? What?
Well, not everybody knows everybody, right?
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. I'm just
Does he go by, Steve says, it's DJ Manny Fresh. Is that what he...
On his official URL, it still says that, but he changed it to, I think, either Manny Ortiz or Manuel Ortiz. But if you type in Manny Ortiz, Ortiz, you'll find him. You can't miss him.
I just saw a comment later on. Okay, Chris says, so guys, budget lenses for FE. I am building now, so it will be a little bit hard. Any suggestion is welcome. There's what's budget? That's like budget lenses doesn't exist on so full frame.
Yeah.
I'm just being blunt, Chris. It's not like that it's budget. It's that, budget, I think the 50mm f1.8 FE is not a bad lens. It's not great, but it's good. That's how I would see it. And then the 85 that's coming out is like $600 to $700. So I don't know if that's budget friendly, Jason. Is that budget friendly? I don't know. That's up to Chris.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if you give us a number. It'll be easier to determine. But for the most part, yeah, isn't the 51A like $200?
$250 maybe. If you can find on a deal, you could probably get it like $200.
Yeah, if you live in the US, Best Buy Open Box has some crazy, amazing lightning deals.
Yeah. So Chris, it's just really tough. It's really tough to
yeah, definitely don't go for the G Master and don't go for the Zeiss if you're looking for any sort of Sony budget lenses.
Yeah. Dave says, Jason, you can become a Kodak brand ambassador.
Sign me up. I will ambassador the crap out of Kodak. I haven't even used the codec. Nah, that I think like wait no didn't they make those like you take 15 pictures and you're done, those type of cameras, right?
The old film camera, like the little disposable ones.
Yeah, it wasn't even that old. It was like what? Oh, I don't even remember when the last time I used it. But I remember specifically I bought those like 15 shot disposable cameras, and that's my extent to a Kodak thing. Yeah.
So Kodak, hit up Jason. He's gonna revolutionize Kodak and bring it back. Mirrorless Kodak is coming.
Yeah, thank you, Kodak. Please.
Yabui Ant says, you guys test that Sony 85mm on your Alpha 6500? I have not tested out that new 85 budget FE. Jason, did you get a chance to?
Oh, on the okay, the 1.8. No, I've only been using it on the A7R2. But I can't imagine it being weaker performance on the 6500. So if it works on the A7R2, it would work even just a slightly better on the 6500.
There you go. Yeah, I haven't tested it. I have it on pre-order. I'm actually considering canceling my pre-order on it only because I was going to test it during basketball season, and well, basketball season ended. So
it's a shame.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the best person for it. I'd be kind of just dropping money, and I don't have really a good scenario to test it for what I do. So I'm really contemplating on just canceling that pre-order, and it's going to sit on my desk, and it's going to be completely a paperweight for a while. So I don't know. I got to think about it. Steve says, what is up with Sony Alpha rumors? The comment section is savage on that site. If they ever linked one of my bids, I'd get destroyed.
Yeah, Steve, it's not you, man. It's really not you. I get destroyed too. I'm sure. I don't know about Danny. Like, how receptive are they in the comment section for your videos? No, oh man,
no bueno. You know what's funny? I had what I did that Panasonic GH5 video. My brother was telling me, because I don't read the comments on stuff. I just stopped reading those. It's just not worth. It's just not worth all that. You don't want to go read that and then enjoy the rest of your day. They were saying like, who in their right mind, or I think somebody that was older says, who says what's good YouTube? They're like, who says what's good YouTube in their video? What are they thinking? And it was all just for humor, really. But I mean, nobody really knew that if they've been watching my video. They haven't been watching my videos, but and then I guess since we're almost at the end anyway, some Sony Alpha rumors posted my really crappy first live stream video. I don't know why. Thank you, Sony Alpha rumors, by the way, for doing that. But it was a really bad video, and I think people just got turned off by it. They're like, "What the hell is this? He's not really testing out the camera." Let me go ahead and just open it up really quick, and let me jump to the other screen so you can see it. But I just recently got to 10,000 subs at that point, and I just did this video just so that I can test out the live stream. And it was really random, and I was out on the field testing it, and I didn't even really show people me testing the actual lens because I just didn't have the setup for it. And I was like, and I was like, Sony, of all things to post, you posted that one. So hopefully they'll post one of these live streams eventually and say, hey, you want to hear about Sony stuff? Check out that one camera guy and Jason Vong. I think that might happen later on. So we shall see.
Just have to make a very controversial video talking about Sony and whatnots.
Just make it exactly. All right. Let's keep going. Yabui N said, any good collapsible octaboxes under $200, under $200, Bowens mounts for Explorer 600?
Yeah, isn't there one called the 38-inch Parapop thing? It's the same one I use. It's the same one a lot of people use. It's called the 38-inch Parapop. Just look up Parapop. Usually it's a recommended item whenever you purchase the Explorer 600. It's a Bowen mount too.
I haven't dived into it enough. I'm hoping to get into some more portrait photography later. But with lighting, I just use my good old Einsteins. That's what I use. So it works. They've been working. Haven't had any problems in the last 4 or 5 years. So I'm sticking with those for now.
Cool.
Chris says, I already have the 55 coming and 85 as well. The number will be two G's. $2,000. That's not even enough to get yourself a 2470 G Master. Jason Vong.
Yeah.
Jason, do you have all the G Masters?
I have all the G Masters for now.
Jason's got all three. Jason's got all three. I still don't have I only have the 72. I think that's all
That's all I need. That's all you need.
Until a 300 2.8 comes out, and then I gotta sell my car. All right, so Massmole says, "Are you excited for the G Master 100 STF?" Jason, are you excited for it? That's a no. That's a no, Massmole. He's okay with it. That's a no. He's just cool with it.
I love it. I do. I just can't justify buying it right now.
Massmole, if it was macro, and it was also that, I think it'd be considered something I would get. All right. Yabui Ed said, okay, I'm gonna skip that one. Massmole. Steve says, some Sony Pro support news. This might be UK specific. They told me if the camera has any kind of firmware hack, example given longer recording hack, then they won't support it. Well, Steve, I don't have any of that stuff on my camera, Steve. There's no hacks whatsoever. None. So I'm perfectly fine, Steve. Jason, how about you?
Why? What's going on? Wait a minute. I think it's the other way.
I don't have any of that unsupported firmware stuff. None at all. None whatsoever, guys.
Oh yeah, yes. Hush. Yeah, no. I mean, I understand why they won't. It's like jailbreaking your iPhone or rooting your Android. I guess it's a very common thing. If you go in and purposely mess with your camera, they're not gonna support you.
You know, one thing I'll say is that I think if you reset the camera, all that stuff goes away. From what I understand, I could have sworn someone told me about it. All you got to do is just reset the camera, and everything's gone.
Oh,
so
good tip,
Steve. I think that might be the solution to that. Let's see. Compared. Dave saying, "Man, Dave, you just hanging with us, man. I appreciate it."
Thank you, Dave.
As we wind down here, what are your must-have gears for amateur photographers and hobbyists you'd recommend? What are some must-haves?
A zoom lens.
Let's say not lens-wise. Let's just say gear. Like,
oh, my bad. Okay. Peak Design camera strap.
Wait, what?
What
was that?
Peak Design camera strap.
Oh, there you go. When they thought I was using a Peak Design bag, but they were talking about Jason Vong. But
well, I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Yeah, I mean,
don't worry about
it. must have gear. Yeah, I mean the strap.
Yeah, Peak Design strap. I really like it to be able to switch off that strap quickly.
Yeah, it's one of the best thing I've ever used. I've used the Black Rapid. I've used the Spider. Peak Design just works the best.
All right, and we're almost at the very end of these chats. Chris says, "I am so effed. I am lucky to have the legacy lenses. Good manual focusing." And then Chris says, "Guys, what about a 7200 f4? Had in the past and kind of like it. Can I find one used for around $6,700? I got mine for like 900 gray market, I think. I don't know. I I'm not sure. I don't think they're going for that kind of price right now. That's just me, though. That's my guess. Jason, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm looking online right now. I don't think I'm going to see any. Yeah, they're all like close to 1,000. So expect to pay close to 1,000 for the 70 to 200 f4.
Yep, it's still not budget friendly. Sony is not budget friendly right now. All right, we're gonna wind. I just want to bring this one thing up. I was shooting some color guard on Saturday, and I wanted to ask Jason this, because or even ask some of you, the few people that are still there on the stream. I was shooting these photos with the A7R2, and this happened. Let me go ahead and pull it up on my screen.
Yeah.
She was throwing this rifle up, and it created this U shape. By the way, it's not a U shape. It's like this. But for whatever reason, I was at 1/500 shutter speed. That happened. Jason, have you ever seen this happen before? What is going on here? A7R2. What is this?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I don't shoot that. I don't know.
What is that?
Do you even? I don't. Is that rolling shutter? No, that's not even rolling shutter. I don't even know what the frick. You saying that's straight, and that's I don't.
I mean, this is how it's supposed to come out, right?
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be, and then it came out like this.
What is?
You know what? I think I realized what happened. I think I just realized what happened. I was shooting, did it quiet, so I went to silent shutter shooting.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened.
That could be. I
think that was it, because they were already nervous for me being there, recording them and everything, and I was like, I'll just use silent shutter, and I think that's what happened. I think that's what I got.
That might be an interesting video to talk about.
But if it's not silent shutter, then Sony, we have a problem.
No, that's just
that was with the same A7R2.
That's just one.
That's
incident.
odd.
That's just one incident.
Let's
try to.
I think it happened twice.
Oh, did it?
I had another picture. It was completely warped. The picture was like warped. Like the whole thing was at a weird angle, stretched out. Steve says, I'd say silent shutter for sure. So yeah, I think it was a silent shutter.
Yeah. Silent shutter.
Dave says,
cause trouble.
Dave says, I've seen that before in a movie called Inception.
Oh.
By the way, when I was shooting, since we're kind of winding down, I was shooting some swim, and I had the A6000. I was laying on the floor at the poolside, and water splashed onto the A6000 and the 55-210. Boom! Got water all over the lens.
Oh,
it was soaking wet. I just dried it off. It was acting a little bit weird. I was getting a weird warning on my A6000, but it's fine now, I hope. I hope it's okay right now.
Oh, man.
Hopefully. So I was like, I should have signed up for that pro support.
You get your ass on that, man. I should have.
I was like, I should have been using that pro support. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn it, Jason. You should have convinced me. You should have convinced me to get on that pro support business.
I told you to hop on that.
Oh man. So on the Saturday, I was shooting some more swim. There was a relay, and I was so scared to bring my Sony gear out to that one. I actually used my Canon gear instead because of the splash. Because at the pool that we were at there, the water was actually leveled with the floor.
Oh god.
And so there was one of the students was telling me, dude, there's splash right here, like where I was like, whatever, YOLO, I brought a towel. I brought 2 towels because I wasn't sure. And I'm like, I'm down there. This kid here, his goggles were coming off, but
oh my god.
But this stuff was definitely not with the Sony. This is all Canon Canon stuff because I was just too scared to have the Sony stuff down there. With wide angle. So I was pulling my 5D Mark IV got soaked, and my 1740. I didn't have a filter on it. Can you believe that? I was starting to realize I should have had a filter on it to have the full thing on there, but I did not. This shot is with the 70-200 G Master.
Nice.
There's some 70-200 there. This is with the 6500 here. So this is pretty good right here.
Nice.
Let's see if it's gonna load. So I did use it further away because I didn't want my Sony gear to get damaged. But that looks pretty good at 6500 and 2. So we're doing. It's good, man. The Sony stuff is good. The 6500 is good. It's just I need a 300, man. I'm just so spoiled with the 300. I think once they do the 300, I'm all set. So that's what I am waiting for.
Those are some nice shots, man. Makes me miss swimming.
Yeah, man. Did you do swim?
Yeah, I did swim in high
guessing.
school. Yeah. Wish people took photos of me like that.
And then shoot, these aren't. Oh well, let's see. Jason, you got anything to bring up before we wind down in the next few minutes or so?
No, I don't know. Pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm good too. Let's see. Any last things? Jason Vong, Manny and Cheese, and Philip Bloom all followed me on Instagram last week. I'm living the dream. You got Philip Bloom follow you?
Yeah, what the hell, man? Philip Bloom doesn't even follow me.
Yabui says, do you use Rokinon Primes? We answered that before. Not really. I don't.
I've used it before, but
yeah,
I don't use it now. I don't use it currently.
Well, Jason, if there's nothing left, I'd rather not keep ourselves up. And I got to sleep soon. So again, folks, thank you again so much for those of you that were on the live stream. Really, really appreciate you being here and supporting what we're doing here. I think next week we're gonna try to do the live stream on Jason's channel on Monday next week.
All right.
Hopefully we can do it there, and we'll put them on the spot. Again, thank you to everyone that came out to the show. I think that's it. Jason Vong.
Awesome.
Follow Jason Vong. Find him on YouTube. Search Jason Vong. And Dave says it's 1:42 in Atlanta.
Go to sleep, Dave. It's late.
Yeah, get some rest, Dave.
All
right, bye, guys. We're going to go ahead and end this right now while we're still doing okay before it goes to hell. Oh, wait. Jason Vong. That Nintendo Switch. Before we end this. How are you liking your Nintendo Switch?
Well, one, you're keeping me from playing it. I'm just messing. It's great. I mean, dude, I don't know. I felt like I wasted my money on the Wii U. I felt like either Nintendo should have came out with that a long time ago, or I shouldn't have bought the Wii U at all. Because I really like the Switch. It's nice and small, very clean, less cables than the Wii U. That's for sure. Less clunkier. It's amazing. I love it. But I'm only playing one game on it right now,
which is
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Amazing game. Do you have the Switch?
No. I'd love to try it. You know what, for me personally, the problem is I'll try it. For example, I have this 3DS here, right? And then I got the Pokemon game, right?
Yeah.
I played it for like a day or like 2 days, maybe like 3 days at most, and then I stopped playing it. I just can't commit to the game for too long.
Because we have to make YouTube videos.
I have trouble with that.
We have to make YouTube videos.
See, that's the problem. If people just didn't want YouTube videos, it'd all be solved so quickly.
I mean, I'm only making an exception for Zelda because I've been waiting it for so long. But any other games, I would like put down and I'm like, I'm bored. I need to make YouTube videos.
What was the first Zelda game you played?
Ocarina of Time.
Oh, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
That one was a really fun one on the 64. Man.
That's the one that got me into everything. So,
did you ever get to play the Super Nintendo one?
Yeah, for the remake. I played the remake. I've never actually beat the game because for whatever odd reason, I am missing a key in that very last dungeon, the Ganon's castle. I could not for the life of me figure out where that darn key is. I looked everywhere, and I'm pretty sure I bugged out, used the wrong key on the wrong door, and I couldn't get another key to open another door. So I've never bothered to try to fix it or replay the game. So.
Oh man,
was that your favorite?
I think so. That's the one I kind of got into it. I know my older brother played like the original the Zelda one on Nintendo, but I didn't really like that one too much. Mm-hmm. I played it later on. It was okay, but the 64 one was really good. I think the Ocarina of Time was like a big one that really, like, wow, like 3D graphics and everything, and really into that story. It was just really, really enjoyed that one. But I never played like Twilight Princess or the other ones, honestly, like Wind Waker or Majora's Mask. And
the Wind Waker go on your room, man.
Wait, what?
Don't you have a Wind Waker plush Toon Link in your room?
Oh, man, that's funny. This is not even. It's my little brother just left it with me. So
I thought that was yours.
This is not mine, but
so you never played it. I was like, why do you have it right there? Clearly.
Nope, never played it. I bet you these people that are watching this live stream are like, what are they?
They're like, what happened? What happened to Sony? Oh man, Steve. Hey Jason, not seeing your girlfriend in the videos lately. She is great.
Hi.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you heard her, Steve.
Playing Zelda.
She's playing. She's on my Switch, so she's
playing on the. There you go. So Jason can't play right now. So
I can't play right now, anyways. No, she'll be back soon. She'll be making the video soon. Does she have an Insta? What is it again?
_
Okay. Okay. Her Instagram is IGDS. How do you spell aesthetical?
AESTH.
Okay, I hope I spelled that right.
There you go. Oh, The Legend of Zelda.
Cool. Awesome stuff.
All right.
Camera guy. I love these live videos. You two are hilarious. Live video shows a different side of you, the fun side. Thank you. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Danny is fun in real life. I mean, he's fun in video.
No, we're not. We're just terrible. Just try to have fun. Just try to be funny. All right. Jason Vong, thank you again. And hopefully I will be joining you on the next live stream. And let's end the broadcast real this time. I'll see you later.